Here we have some images from Paul Larcher. He lives in Wales. And this is the tree where he had the experience. And I'm just going to read his description to you. The place where I was in the photos, people tend to avoid because the energy there is unusual. I suppose you could say there's a sort of oppressive energy there. Anyhow, I was walking along and from the corner of my eye, I saw something move really quickly. I presumed it was a small animal at first, but when I turned my head, it froze. It looked like a small twig to me. I stared at it for a while and was just about to carry on walking when it took off again and ran into a tree hollow. At this point, my rational mind was thinking it must have been the wind blowing a twig along the floor. So I sat down about 10 feet away from the tree and started to eat a sandwich. When all of a sudden, a bunch of little faces peeped out from the tree hollow. I think I was in shock for a moment as I was frozen on the spot. When I came to my senses, I took a photo of the tree and then zoomed in and saw them. They didn't look too happy, so I got up and left quickly. I must add that my grandmother always told me when out walking in the woods to leave some honey for the fair folk, which I've always done. That's a very interesting story. I know Paul personally, and he's a very good artist, so I'm going to show you his drawing first so that you can have a better idea of what's in the picture. So here you can see fingers, and then the three faces. This one with the tongue, this one with the bigger nose, and then this one on the side here. So now we'll look at the photo, and I'll go back and forth a couple times so that you can really see. So here you see the fingers, and here is the face with the big nose right here. This is the one with the tongue sticking out, and this is the other one on the side. And I'll go back to the drawing so you have another chance to see. This is really helpful when people can do this because not everyone can see what's going on because of those blind spots and the resistance they have to it. So if anyone's going to do this and they can draw, doing a drawing of it is really helpful. So again, hopefully you can see there's the fingers, the one face down here, the one with the bigger nose in the middle, and the other one over on the side. That's very interesting. The other thing I'd like to add is you can see in this photo there's cross hatching all across it like a grin, like the screen in a door or a window. And the only other experience I've had with that is on a website or YouTube channel called Sasquatch Ontario. And there he describes the same sort of thing he has. And he feels it's a sign of the veil between us and other realities. And I would tend to agree with that. But you can make up your own mind. But you can see that cross-hatching here. And so these sort of hyperdimensional spaces, they can move. So you might go back here another time and it won't be the same. I feel like Paul just happened to be there at the right time, the right place, and was able to see. So that was very interesting. Thank you, Paul.